everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. So what I'm going to do for you today in today's tutorial is I'm going to take this card. So it's on my public channel, so you can all go watch this one if you missed it. It uses the All About Autumn suite, and it is one of the projects in the class, my online class that just finished for the holiday catalog. It's called a Try It class. I do it every time a new catalog comes out. It always fills up, so if you want to do the one that will come up in January when that January and celebration catalog comes out, you should sign up as soon as registration opens, because it does, every time it fills up a little bit more quickly and more quickly. So we just wrapped it up this week, I guess. This week's been kind of a blur. I also did my card club this week, and I'm starting Oh Holy Night as soon as I finish this video, and I'm gonna get my Oh Holy Night. So I have lots of classes going on at once. I feel a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna take this card for a couple of reasons. One of the perks of being on my team is that this is the only class where I will send the girls the class packet. So they always get all of my, and I say girls, I would have a guy on my team if there was. Right now there aren't them. So they can get the whole entire packet for free. And then we get together via Zoom and we put together some of the projects. Last night was our Zoom night, and we did 4 of the projects of the 10 together. In January there will be 12 because 2 of them will be celebration. We'll still just do 4 via Zoom. Once upon a time we tried to do them all. That didn't go over well. As I've done this class for longer, we've kind of tweaked it. So when new people join my team, they get the first 3 catalogs, which is a year's worth, for free, irregardless if they Zoom. So it's just a perk of being on my team. You get those free packets. So I have a couple of spare packets, and I save them in case anything gets damaged in the mail. And normally I put them up for sale. And so I had told you all that they would be for sale and I would put them in my email. Well, then Stampin' Up! Told us that they're having a sign-up special starting in October. So instead of selling them, I am going to be offering them to anybody new who joins my team instead, because since I have a few and the class, since this catalog is still pretty new, I decided to keep them instead. So I don't have any more for sale. So if you were waiting to get one, I'm sorry. You can join my team and get one for free. So the sign-up special will start in October. You will get still a year's worth if you sign up. This will just be a bonus one, so you would still get 3. January would be the first one that counts. So I just kind of wanted to tell you to be on the watch for that joining special, and they're just while supplies last. So if you want one, you'll need to sign up sooner rather than later, because once they're gone, they'll be gone. I'm not making any more. It's a huge amount of work to make these packets. But what I wanted to show you, the other thing that I do for the girls on my team, one, they can win a $50 shopping spree if in the next 10 days they just complete their cards and they post the pictures of them on our Facebook page. And the second thing they can do, if they didn't get a packet and they weren't part of the Zoom, is they can just create alternate versions. And for those of you that took the Try It class, it comes with this really nice PDF that my daughter makes for us. You can take the templates. Most of the time they're about a little more fun folds and then templates. This time it was more fun folds than templates. I was like, who am I? But I'm going to show you how you take a card like this and just completely flip it. The stipulation for my team is that they have to use stuff still out of the holiday catalog. I'm going to kind of cheat because, you know, I'm not in the contest because it's my contest. But I'm going to show you that took the Try It class how you can do the same thing, because you can keep the PDFs forever and then just refer back to them. And the more times you do a class, then the more patterns and fun folds and stuff you'll have. So this is the All About Autumn, and I am going to use the Handcrafted Elements dies. I'm not going to use a stamp, well, kind of a stamp set just for the words. So I'm going to use these dies, and then I'm going to use this paper that is in stock. So if you're looking for stuff that you can get started on and you don't have to wait for anything to come in stock, this is one of the online exclusives. And this is called, I don't even know what it's called, Shining Christmas, because I've been so busy working on all my classes that I haven't really shown you much of this. You can see one side of the paper is shining. It's a Shining Christmas paper. Oh, I should have used that one. I didn't even see it. And that's probably my favorite piece, and it's not even on the card. But that's what happens when you haven't looked at the paper until you pull it out to use it. Well, this is a really pretty argyle piece, and it's not on my card. And I've already cut it. I'm not going to hack into it. The other side is not shiny. The other side's just Christmas paper. So it's very traditional red and greens. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use, I love this paper. So this, I don't know what it's called either. I have to be careful. This is going to fall on the floor. As you can see, it is silver and gold, and you may think, why does she love this? Well, for one, I love shiny paper. So it's silver and gold, but it is called Silver and Gold Adhesive Back to Glimmer Paper. So you can, you can't really see it, but when I use it, you'll see that it's a sticker paper. So when you pull it off, especially if you want to do like any words or any fine stuff, it's fabulous. So when you see me stick it on the card in a minute, you don't have to worry about glue. So if you're doing a lot of Christmas cards and you have something fine and detailed that you want to put on there, it'll help speed up your Christmas card making process. So let's put this here. You can see on this card, I used an embossing folder, and then I used 3 of the deckled circles. I used a focal point, some ribbon, and then the little tag. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to switch up the papers. I'm going to switch up the seasons. So let's get going. It's super easy to do. I'm going to pull my cut emboss machine over here, partly so you can just see everything that I'm going to do. My friends are texting. Normally, I'm obviously using my phone to film, but my iPad is sitting there from last night when we Zoomed because I had my PDF pulled up on it. Normally, my iPad's not sitting here while I Zoom, so you're going to hear them until they give up. Or it could be my mom and my sister. You know, you have your groups. Or it could be my daughter. It's probably her lunchtime. So I have the deckled circles. Now on this one, I opted to, on the largest deckled circle, it's a little bit larger than the one I used on the card. And I really wish this was the argyle instead of the candy canes, because it kind of goes with the overall feel of the card better. But it is what it is. I didn't see the argyle. So I'm going to run these through. These just need to go once and they'll cut fine. The sticker paper one, I did think needed to go twice. So pop these through. So the deckled circles are in this current catalog. The little tag comes in with the ornament as well. So I'm going to put this up here. This little star is in with the ornament, and it was kind of an afterthought. I didn't mean to die cut my dimensional back, because when I hand trimmed this out, there was a little bit left on my paper, and I recalled that there were some little pieces in with the die, so I went over and got, and I saw it was a star. So I'm going to pull this one through. Now, because it has that sticker back on it, it kind of stays stuck in there. I'll show you what I mean. Because normally when you move your dies like this, then they've moved. So it's really hard to go back and cut them again. But because this has sticker paper to it, it's kind of stuck. So I flipped it over because I could tell it wasn't, the stars cut fine. But I'm going to flip it upside down and do it one more time. And then that's going to cut through that sticker back paper. Whatever they're texting each other, they're liking it. So whoever's saying something, the other person likes what they're saying. And now you can see it's cut much better. So I'd rather spend less time poking things out and just rolling them through. Now, instead of the ceiling tile, the antique tile, distress tile, I think is what it's called. And I thought about it because, you know, the tile kind of matches the ornament. But I decided to go with these snowflakes, which are in the holiday catalog. Everything that I'm using, you can look down below the video if you're on YouTube, and all the links to see everything will be down there. Or if you join my team, the special in October is you can get 35, because we're celebrating the end of our 35th year of celebrating. You can get 35% more in your kit, or I think you can take 35% off the starter kit. So if you already have a lot of stuff and you want to save money, you can do it that way. I think that's the two options. I've been so busy that I really haven't paid a huge amount of attention to it. And it doesn't start till October. So when it gets closer, I will have paid more attention. So this is fun. So now we have the background. So we have the background, we have the circles, we have a focal point, and we have a tag. So we'll just make this to be very similar to this. I'm going to kind of keep it here so you can see what I'm doing. If you had your PDF, then you could just use that. So let's grab our largest circle. I'm going to use a Seal Plus, and you can see this is just a little bit bigger than that one was. I'm going to do these so they go up and down, and it just fills it a little bit more with the Christmas paper. Because I'm using Seal Plus, you don't have to use hardly any adhesive because this stuff holds so well. So here we are, similar. I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow stamp pad and my little tag, which is part of the same dies. So I haven't added any other dies, just the deckled circles and the handcrafted elements. Okay, the Merry Christmas. I did have a hard time finding all of this Christmas sentiments that I own are big. I couldn't find any that fit. So these are from the annual catalog, and I have them laying here. It's from the Country Wreath. So it's in the annual catalog. It was in last year's holiday catalog, and they fit. So let's pull this out. I don't see my... It's here somewhere, but I'm just going to take it out with my scissors. My pokey thing is laying here on the table. I'm still looking instead of poking. Just do one thing at a time. I'm probably laying over where I just poked these out. Now, I did discover after I spent time poking all of these out that if you're using this with conjunction of the large ornament, you only need to poke these middles out, but you could use this with something else, and then you might want to poke them all out. Only this middle strip of them are the only ones that are going to show. The rest of them are all going to get hidden. So poke those out, and then this pops right out. So once you peel the sticker off, like this piece comes out, and then it's sticky. So then you pull this off the back, and it's going to take all the rest of the backing with it. So super easy. It has all the detail, which might be kind of hard for you to see on camera, but it does cut and emboss. And then instead of having to mess with any glue, you just line this right up along the edges. So see, if you're doing this for your Christmas cards, instead of having to glue all those, it's a whole lot faster. Now, because I'm putting this on these, I wanted it to have a base of color and not show through there. So I just took this. It's super fast. Grab a pencil. And you just kind of want to have the general size of that, because I want red to show through so it has a back. If you're putting on a red card, then it wouldn't matter as much, and it has to be smaller than that, obviously, and it doesn't have to be straight. We just want a piece of red backing, just like that, and then just lay it on here. Here we go. And then you just need a tiny bit of adhesive on this. Now my team, if you're interested, is all across the United States. So I'm in the Midwest. So most of the things that we do are Eastern Standard Time. But if we need to do different time zones, then I'm happy to do that. So see, now it has that. And one of those, oh no, it's coming out. So we have this. Then I got another online exclusives because this ribbon is available. It's online, so again, you'll have to look under. It's not in a catalog, and I just thread it through here. So this had doingy ribbon on it, but I wanted this to look like it was part of the ornament since we have that little ornament hanger here. It's way too much ribbon, but oh well. I wasn't really paying attention when I cut, and sometimes it's easier when I'm on camera to have more than less. So I'm going to tie a knot just to make it easier to work with, and it's not going to move. Let's tie a little knot here, and then I'm going to tie a bow. You could leave it a knot if you're not a fan of having to tie bows. because I tied the knot, I'll have to be careful and pull this the direction I want it to go. If you don't have that knot, it'll be easier to get it to go the direction you want. And then this ribbon, you see where you pull it tight and smash it, it stays smashed. So you'll have to put those back so they have a loop and they're not smashed. I'm gonna trim this one off. Now there is sticky bits of this and this, but I want this to be raised up off the card, so I'm just going to grab some dimensionals. And I am to the end of one of these, so I'm using the end bits, which fits just perfect here. You can add a couple more here if you want. This would be so much prettier on the Argyle piece of paper that I didn't know existed. Now remember our little star. I'm going to add it to the tag. See over here? We're still doing same template. Maybe here it is. So when you pop the star out, I just thought it was a star, but it gives you several different pieces. And remember, it's going to be a sticker too. So we have one little star. And then we're going to have a bigger star. Stop looking. I'm still looking for my pokey tool. I'm sure it's laying on the other side of my cut and emboss machine because I just used it a second ago. So we have this star and then we'll have this one. So I'm going to put this one on here. Grab my little one. Here, and then let's go ahead and put it on our card, and then we'll add the embellishments. So this is Mossy Meadow. And my white piece is just cut 4 by 5 1/4, so just standard size, the same as this one was. So we've used the exact same template, created the exact same card. And then I looked at, there's a bunch of different ones. I thought about using the Festive Pearls in the gold. The red wasn't quite the same red though. And I didn't, as you can see, my golds are almost gone. I didn't want to use them all up. And I didn't know if I had enough to do 2 cards. So these are the iridescent adhesive back disc. They are part of the Merry and Bright suite. Most of the colors do not look like they'll work at all, but just the red is the right red. So I went kind of red crazy on them. And I'm going to put a whole bunch. So let's start here in the middle of this star. And then I'm going to add a couple more to the tag to kind of fill that up because the tag looks a little lonely. So let's do those. And then let's add just some around because it's a festive little Christmas card. And really, when you use the Merry and Bright, there's the red and the pink, so you don't need both colors. Go ahead and use them on this card. I love me some embellishments. They belong on your cards. They do not belong in your desk drawers. They do not belong in a shoebox. They belong on cards to make other people happy, because when you keep them in a shoebox, it makes you sad. It doesn't make anybody else happy. It just makes you sad in 3 or 4 years when you go discover that you had them and never used them. And this will make somebody happy. So here's this. Change to this. So if you took Try It class, I challenge you to go get your favorite layout. I thought about doing it with the Oh Holy Night, simply because I'm working on the Oh Holy Night class, but I hope that wasn't in view this whole time. My phone needed to be charged, and I just noticed that my cord was there. But you could do the Oh Holy Night papers. You could do the Shining Brightly paper, and then just put the nativity scene here with a little tag. You don't want to, I guess you could do the one large star and then stars everywhere, but the stars are unavailable again for a while. What are the other papers? You could do the garden walk. You could do one of the bear ones. Super fun. So easy to change. Just take what you already had. You don't have to recreate the wheel. If you take a class, the reason you take a class is to learn how to make your own cards, right? So don't feel like you took this and so it's my card. I taught you how to make this card so you can make your own cards. So make it in all the papers. Just take this card and make it in all the papers. That would make me happy. So there you go. If you're interested in joining my team, then make sure you're on my email list. And those, I think I have maybe 3, maybe 4 packets. I don't know. I sold a couple. I wouldn't have sold them if I'd known there was a special. But they will go to the first few people that join my team. So be watching for the October special. I will let you know what this exact special is before October starts, which is barreling down on us. And I got to get the Holy Night class done before I do that. So I have so much to do. Everybody have a great day. I'll catch you later. Bye.